Hey, we're back. And I'm going to talk to you today about pin safety. No. When one's attaching pins to one's vest, make sure one does not attach one's shirt to it as well. Wardrobe malfunction. So apparently not as bad as the one that's happened in past Super Bowls. How about that here or there? Anyways, so if you remember, we last left Astra realizing she has not got to be like a little kid. She hasn't gotten to watch TV programs. She hasn't got to have sleepovers. She hasn't got to do a lot of stuff other kids got to do. Well, in issue 3, she decides she's gonna, at the very least, learn what hopscotch is. So she leaves a note saying she's gonna have an adventure and asks her parents to feed her fish. Well, they misunderstand this. And they think that she's been kidnapped. So the first thing they think is that Rex, who is, like I said, a Submariner analog and a Thing analog, thinks that the mother has kidnapped his daughter. Logical assumption. The mother's evil. So why wouldn't he kidnap the niece? They get down there, and you can't see, still in ruins. So no. Then we meet our protagonist. So we meet the bully, who is like, I guess, the queen of hopscotch. We see she disguised herself. Going for a bit of a Kamala-inspired dress here. That's what I'm going to call it, the Kamala dress. Because it's got stars and moons on it. And we meet her best friend, who's got a green and yellow dress. I like the color scheme. Very Oregon Ducks. Or Green Bay Packers. And she discovers the only way she's going to be able to learn to play hopscotch is she's going to have to get into school. It should be noted, she's a super genius. So this is not going to be hard for her. She's able to hack the computer and becomes Astrid Linders. When you're a genius, you can do what you need to do. We get to meet the the mother's father. Remember, technically this would be her other grandfather. And we get to see the trials and tribulations of Little Miss Hopscotch Queen. And as Astra learns to play hopscotch and gets to live on her own for a little while. And has her adventure because she can't go back to the base. So she's essentially having to live out on her own for a while. That's the thing with these Astro City stories is, unless you get like something like Tarnished Angels or what I really wanted was Confessions, these stories are all anthologies. These books are all anthologies. You don't know what you're going to get from story to story. So this is a Fantastic Four analog, all these characters. But we're really focused more on Astra and her relationship. The stuff with the Fantastic First Family characters, that's secondary. Astra is our star. It's her quest to become, this expert hopscotch and We see her moral fiber. You know, she could cheat. She could, you know, beat this gal, use her powers, but she's better than that. She's a hero. Her friend notices that Astrid looks a lot like Astrid. She just changed her hair. Look at the bully says, oh, she looks nothing like Astra. You know, missing it. Obviously, they're the same person. Eventually, of course, thanks to some rainwater, Astra finally wins. And she gets so excited, she flares up her powers, and her mother's able to find her. We find out that Astra is able to eat regular food. Because she had been eating a special diet. But, you know, Astra wins, and she gets her first thing for a trophy box, which is the Golden Jack. That's I believe I use it for a marker. Overall, a 5 out of 5. Issue 3 and 2 were really good. I really enjoyed them. Now, where did I start? The person who I listened to, who recommended the Astro City series to me, recommended either starting at Volume 1 or a storyline called Tarnished Angel. Now, Tarnished Angel has more of a noir quality, and it's a 7-issue story arc featuring the character Steel Jacket. When I officially do launch Steel's from the Files of Astro City, that is where we're going to start. We're going to go on in-depth, issue-by-issue look at that particular story arc and the subsequent story arc that features Steeljack. Because that's where I really started. I think that's where we're going to begin. But I wanted to do two separate reviews for my channel. Before I go into this, it's going to be separate from the pages of Astro City to see how my channel reacts to this. Either way, from the Files of Astro City is going to happen, but I just wanted to put these up there, put them out there, and see how this goes first. So comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you're new, and let me know if I should seek out the next 2 stories and make those 2, because Astro has her own specials that happen later on in life. So let me know if I should do those, and those should officially become canon from the Files of Astro City. And I don't know, maybe I'll re-look into her actual stories, and we'll have Professor Time do a deep dive into the stories for real this time of a little girl named Astra and her adventures to become the master of hopscotch. Alright, that was a 5 out of 5 for me. Comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you're new. Let me know if you've read Astro City, and if you have, who's your favorite hero, villain, or civilian in the world and in the pages of Astro City? Are you a fan of the Mock Turtle? Are you a fan of the dad who moved to Astro City with his 2 daughters? Or are you a fan of Steeljack, the Confessor, Jack in the Box, Quirrell, Quake? Or maybe you're a fan of a character I haven't even read yet. Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, you are now leaving Astro City. Drive safely.